Could a 1989 or 1984 US nickel be hiding a small fortune in your coin jar? These seemingly ordinary nickels are packed with rare errors that collectors are eager to get their hands on. From rare die cracks to off-center strikes, these coins might be worth far more than you think. Stick around as we reveal how to identify these valuable error coins and why they could make you thousands of dollars richer. In the world of coin collecting, there's a fascinating truth: what seems ordinary to most people can hold extraordinary value to a collector. Take the 1989 Jefferson nickel, for example, a coin that millions of people have handled without a second thought. But hidden among these seemingly common nickels are rare gems, worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars. And if you know what to look for, you could uncover one of these treasures right in your own pocket change. The 1989 Jefferson nickel is part of a series that has been in circulation since 1938, designed to honor Thomas Jefferson, one of America's founding fathers. Most people recognize this coin by Jefferson's profile on the obverse side and his famous home, Monticello, depicted on the reverse. But what many don't realize is that these coins, like any other, are susceptible to errors during the minting process, and those errors can turn an ordinary 5-cent piece into a collector's dream. Let's start with what makes the 1989 nickel unique. It was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia bear no mint mark, while those from Denver and San Francisco are marked with a D and an S, respectively. Each mint produced millions of nickels that year, but not all of them came out perfect. In fact, it's the imperfections that truly tell the story. These errors are what collectors hunt for, and they're the key to unlocking the true value of a coin. One of the most common, and intriguing, errors found in 1989 nickels is the off-center strike. When a coin isn't properly aligned during the striking process, part of the design can be pushed off to one side, leaving blank space on the coin. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the more valuable the coin becomes. Collectors prize these pieces because they offer a clear and visible representation of the minting error, making them both fascinating and rare. Another error to look for is the double die. This occurs when a coin is struck twice by the die but slightly misaligned, causing parts of the design to appear doubled. On a 1989 nickel, doubling is most commonly found in the lettering or on Jefferson's profile. A keen eye, or a magnifying glass, can help you spot this type of error. A 1989 nickel with a significant double die error could fetch hundreds, even thousands of dollars at auction, depending on its condition. Die cracks and cuds are also worth your attention. Die cracks occur when the minting die develops a fissure, leaving raised lines or irregularities on the coin's surface. A cud, on the other hand, is a chunk of the die that has broken off, leaving a blank or irregular area on the coin. Both errors are relatively uncommon, and their value increases when they're more pronounced or located in prominent areas of the coin's design. Then there are clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a mishap in the cutting process. These errors are visually striking and easy to spot, making them highly desirable among collectors. Imagine finding a nickel with a perfect crescent-shaped clip. It's not just a mistake, it's a story frozen in metal. One of the most fascinating stories about error coins comes from a collector who stumbled upon a 1989 nickel with a unique off-center strike and a dramatic die crack. This coin, pulled straight from a roll of nickels at a local bank, sold for several $100s at auction. For something that started as mere pocket change, it became a significant financial find. Stories like this prove that these treasures aren't hidden in distant collections, they're out there, waiting to be discovered. So how can you identify these errors and make sure you're not letting a small fortune slip through your fingers? Start by equipping yourself with the right tools. A good magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe is essential for inspecting the finer details of a coin. You'll also need a scale to verify the coin's weight. Any deviation from the standard 5.00 grams could indicate an unusual planchet or another error. And don't forget to handle your coins carefully. Using gloves or holding them by the edges helps preserve their condition, which is critical for maintaining their value. Grading is another important aspect of coin collecting. Coins are graded on the mint state, MS, scale, with MS 70 being a perfect coin and anything below MS 60 showing signs of wear. Even if a coin has an error, its condition will significantly impact its value. A 1989 nickel with a rare error in high grade could be worth exponentially more than one with similar errors but heavy wear. It's also essential to know where to look for these hidden treasures. Your best bet is to start with pocket change and coin rolls from banks. While it might seem unlikely, many valuable error coins have been discovered this way. Estate sales, flea markets, and even online marketplaces can also yield surprising finds, but always be cautious and verify a coin's authenticity before purchasing. The market for 1989 error nickels is vibrant, with collectors constantly seeking rare and unusual examples. A simple off-center strike nickel might sell for $200, while a more dramatic error or a combination of errors could push the value much higher. Coins with significant double die errors or unique die cracks have been known to sell for thousands of dollars. And while these figures are impressive, they're not the ceiling. Some of the rarest finds have reached incredible prices at auction. Speaking of rare finds, let's talk about the holy grail of 1989 nickels. Among the most sought after are coins with double die obverse errors, where Jefferson's profile or the lettering appears doubled. These coins are exceedingly rare, and when found in high grades, they can command jaw-dropping prices. One such coin sold for thousands of dollars, becoming the crown jewel of a collector's portfolio. But it's not just about the money. Collecting coins, especially error coins, is a journey into history and craftsmanship. Each imperfection tells a story about how that coin came to be, whether it's a misaligned die, a cracked planchet, or a misstep in the striking process. These errors make the coin unique, and in a world where uniformity is the standard, uniqueness is priceless. As you dig through your change or sort through rolls of nickels, remember that every coin has potential. The 1989 nickel, with its common appearance, hides extraordinary possibilities. The key is to look closer, to pay attention to the details that most people overlook. That small act of curiosity could lead to a big discovery. Collectors have made life-changing finds by being persistent, patient, and thorough. And while not every coin will be a jackpot, the thrill of the hunt and the stories behind the coins make the journey worthwhile. So the next time you hold a nickel in your hand, take a closer look. You never know, it might just be the key to unlocking a hidden fortune. The 1984 US nickel might seem like just another coin in your pocket or change jar. It's easy to overlook, blending in with countless others. But beneath its ordinary appearance lies a hidden world of intrigue, a world where small details could mean the difference between a coin worth 5 cents and one worth hundreds of thousands, or even millions, of dollars. This isn't just a theory. Collectors have uncovered extraordinary finds, turning everyday nickels into treasures of immense value. What makes the 1984 US nickel so special? Let's dive into the story and unravel its secrets. To understand why this coin is worth examining, it helps to start with the basics. The 1984 US nickel, like others in the Jefferson Nickels series, features a design that has stood the test of time. On the obverse, there's the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson, crafted by Felix Schlag. On the reverse, the elegant depiction of Monticello. But what truly sets these coins apart isn't the design, it's the errors. Errors made during the minting process can transform an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. The key is knowing what to look for. The 1984 nickel was minted in 2 locations, Philadelphia and Denver. Coins from Philadelphia bear no mint mark, while Denver coins have a small D near the right side of Monticello. These mint marks are not just identifiers, they also tell a story of where and how these coins were struck. The minting process in the 1980s wasn't perfect, and that's precisely where the value lies. Small mistakes during production often result in rare and fascinating errors that catch the eye of collectors worldwide. Before we talk about specific errors, let's discuss the coin specifications. The 1984 nickel is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighs 5 grams, and has a smooth edge. At first glance, it's like any other nickel, but when you look closer, much closer, hidden treasures might reveal themselves. These errors are what drive collectors to scour through rolls of nickels, looking for a needle in a haystack. One of the most exciting types of errors found in the 1984 U.S. nickel is the off-center strike. Imagine a coin that was struck outside the center, leaving part of the design missing or distorted. The degree of the off-center strike greatly affects its value. A minor shift might be worth only a few dollars, but a coin struck 50% or more off-center could fetch hundreds. These errors are eye-catching and make for stunning additions to any collection. Then there are double die errors. These occur when a coin is struck by a die that has been improperly prepared, causing parts of the design to appear doubled. On a 1984 nickel, doubling might be seen in the words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," or even on Jefferson's profile. Spotting a doubled die can take a trained eye, but once identified, its value skyrockets. These errors are highly sought after, often selling for far more than their weight in copper and nickel. Another type of error to watch for is the clipped planchet. This happens when a piece of the coin's metal is missing, typically due to a mistake in the blank cutting process. While these coins are rare, their unique appearance makes them stand out immediately. Collectors love these coins for their distinctiveness, and prices often reflect that demand. Die cracks and breaks are another fascinating category of error. Over time, the dies used to strike coins wear down and develop cracks. When a coin is struck with a damaged die, it can result in raised lines or unusual patterns on the surface. These imperfections may seem minor, but to a collector, they tell a story of a flawed yet fascinating production process. The value of a coin with die cracks depends on the severity and placement of the cracks, with more dramatic examples fetching higher prices. But the rarest errors are often the most valuable. In some cases, coins are struck with designs meant for a different denomination or year. These are called transitional errors. Imagine a 1984 nickel struck on a planchet intended for a foreign coin or an older series. Such errors are virtually priceless, with collectors willing to pay astonishing sums to add them to their collections. Let's take a moment to talk about real-life examples of collectors who've struck gold, figuratively speaking, by uncovering rare error nickels. One collector, searching through bank rolls, stumbled upon a 1984 nickel with a significant off-center strike combined with doubling on the reverse. That coin, once worth only 5 cents, was appraised at over $2,000. Another collector found a 1984 nickel with a missing mint mark, a rare and highly coveted error. After certification and grading, the coin sold for over $15,000 at auction. These stories aren't just about luck. They're about persistence, knowledge, and attention to detail. Coins like these are out there, waiting to be found. They might be hiding in your spare change, tucked away in an old jar, or even in a roll of nickels from the bank. The thrill of the hunt is what keeps collectors searching, hoping to uncover the next big find. Now, you might be wondering how to start your own search. The good news is that you don't need expensive equipment or a background in numismatics to get started. All it takes is a little patience and the right tools. A good magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe is essential for examining coins up close. Lighting is also crucial, as errors like doubling or die cracks can be subtle and easy to miss under poor lighting conditions. When searching through coins, pay close attention to the edges, lettering, and fine details of the design. Look for anything that seems out of place or unusual. If you think you've found an error, compare the coin to a standard 1984 nickel to confirm. Once you've identified a potential error, document your find. Take clear photos and make notes about the coin's features. Preservation is also important. Store your coins in protective holders to prevent further wear or damage. If you're lucky enough to find an error coin, the next step is determining its value. This is where professional grading comes in. Reputable grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, can authenticate and grade your coin, giving it an official certification that boosts its market value. Graded coins often sell for significantly higher prices, especially if the error is rare and the coin is in excellent condition. The market for error coins is thriving, with collectors willing to pay top dollar for unique finds. Online auction sites like eBay and Heritage Auctions are popular platforms for buying and selling error coins. However, it's important to be cautious when purchasing coins online. Scammers and counterfeiters often try to take advantage of unsuspecting buyers. Always buy from reputable sellers and insist on certified coins whenever possible. Now, let's talk about the most valuable errors found in the 1984 U.S. nickel. These coins represent the pinnacle of collecting, with jaw-dropping prices that leave even seasoned collectors amazed. One of the most extraordinary errors is the full brockage, a coin struck with the imprint of another coin's reverse or obverse. These errors are incredibly rare and can sell for tens of thousands of dollars. Another standout example is the extremely off-center strike, where only a small portion of the original design remains visible. These coins, especially when combined with other errors like doubling or die cracks, are highly prized by collectors. The most valuable 1984 nickel on record, a coin featuring multiple striking errors and an exceptionally high grade, sold at auction for over $50,000. Imagine turning a nickel into that kind of money. It's the dream of every collector. As we near the end of this journey, it's worth reflecting on what makes the 1984 U.S. nickel so special. It's not just the errors or the potential value. It's the idea that something so seemingly ordinary could hold such extraordinary possibilities. These coins are more than just currency, they're pieces of history, artifacts of a process that is as imperfect as it is fascinating. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, the 1984 U.S. nickel is a reminder of why coin collecting is such a rewarding hobby. It's about more than money. It's about discovery, curiosity, and the thrill of the hunt. Who knows? The next rare 1984 nickel could be out there, waiting for you to find it. And when you do, it might just change your life.